Hey guys, welcome back to 11 Cups. So today we are doing another recipe video, and in this particular recipe is actually one of my all-time favorite morning pickup drinks. So this is actually the drink that I would normally order from the bakery around my work whenever I need the extra kick of caffeine. And you guys might be looking at all of this stuff and think, what the heck are we going to be making today? Well, the drink that we'll be making today is going to be the iced coffee with milk tea. Before anything else, roll the intro. Alright, so whenever I tell someone who never had this drink before about this drink, they usually have one of two reactions. Well, the first one is obviously a look of confusion about how come these two drinks can ever be mixed together. The second reaction is usually mentioning something along the line of, hey, isn't that the drink that I usually see in a Chinese bakery? Well, yes, if you actually have been to a Chinese bakery, actually more specifically a Cantonese or a Hong Kong bakery, you will probably see this drink listed on the menu. And as the name implies, this drink is simply black milk tea mixed in with coffee. And for those of you guys who never had this drink before, I highly recommend that you guys give it a try. And like I said in the beginning of the video, for whatever reason, this drink always gives me more of a pickup in the morning than milk tea on its own or coffee on its own. So without further ado, let me go ahead and break this down for you. Of course, given it's the summer season, we'll be making a iced version today. All right, so before we get down to making the drink, let me go ahead and explain what's on the table here. So the first part of this formula is obviously black tea. Normally for this drink, you want to make a stronger black tea as well as a slightly stronger coffee as a base, since we'll be adding ice to it in the end. So the way that we are making the black tea today is very similar to how a bubble tea shop will make their black tea, which is actually by boiling it. And the tea that we'll be using today is just normal black tea, nothing too fancy, nothing too special. Of course, you can feel free to use better quality tea if you like. However, based on my experience, those teas are really better had sort of standalone on their own. And as for the coffee, I'm using a medium roast today, and this is what I have around the house. This is the Gregory Night Vision. Now, of course, if you guys like a stronger drink, you can feel free to use a dark coffee. And as a matter of fact, typically in the bakery that usually serve this, they're using a very dark blend of coffee. And for those of you guys that have been to a Chinese bakery, you're probably familiar with the dark blend that they're using. And something very important to know is the milk that we'll be using today. So the milk that we'll be using today is evaporated milk. And the reason why we use evaporated milk is because this drink have a really silky mouthfeel, and evaporated milk is what's really going to help us achieve that. I've also tried this formula with light cream as well as regular milk. So the light cream just makes the drink a little too creamy in my opinion. Of course, the milk just does not provide that sort of silkiness that I'm looking for. And of course, everything else on the table are just tools that we'll be using today. All right, I'm pretty sure you guys are getting tired of looking at all of this clutter. So let me go ahead and clean it up. All right, so I always like to start off this drink by first making the tea, simply because that's the one that's going to take the most amount of time. So what you want to do is go ahead and bring the water to a boil. I already pre-boiled this water on the stove to save us some time, but the water to tea ratio that we'll be going for is 1:72. And of course, to keep the math simple, we are doing 720 grams of water with 10 grams of tea. While we wait for the water to come back to boil again, I'm going to measure out the tea. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and measure our 10 grams of tea. All right, so the water has came to a boil. We are simply going to introduce the tea, close the lid, and go ahead and turn on the heat so that it doesn't overboil. We are going to go ahead and let this boil for 10 minutes. All right, so while we are waiting for the tea, we can start off on the coffee. And one more note on the tea itself is that if you guys don't actually have loose tea, or if you guys don't want to be bothered with cooking the tea, you can also just take your typical Lipton or any black tea bag that you have at home and steep it in hot water for at least 20 minutes. I would probably also double up on the amount of tea bag that you would normally use, but this is the way that I prefer to do it. All right, so again, let's continue with the coffee. And for the coffee, I would recommend going for the flash chilled method. We'll be using our trusty Kalita today for that. And as you know, I like to keep the math simple. So my go-to ratio for this is 1:15, and we'll be starting with 20 grams of coffee. And of course, we'll have 300 grams of eel. And as for grind setting, you will go slightly finer than what you would normally use. And underneath 0 for this particular coffee, I am on 50. Alright, so the tea actually also happens to be ready at this point. And what we will do is take it off the stove and leave it on the side with the lid on for another 10 minutes. Alright, so back to the coffee. Again, we are doing the fast chilled method. And since we'll be adding ice to the carafe, I would recommend that you pre-wet the filter in the sink so that you wouldn't warm up the carafe. Alright, as for ice, it should take up 40% of the final brew volume. And since we're going for a 300 gram yield, that means 120 grams of ice. Okay, of course the coffee. And as for water, I am brewing with 202 degrees Fahrenheit. And we'll go ahead and bloom the coffee with 2 to 3 of its weight. So in our case, we are doing 60 grams of water for blooming. And remember, since we already have ice that's in the carafe right now, all we're going for is another 180 grams of coffee. Alright, that's 180 grams. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a quick swirl, just to make sure the ice and the coffee mixes up. Then the reason why I like to make more tea than I do with coffee is because I like to have the coffee freshly grounded, and it's also fairly quick to make your pour-over as opposed to the 20-minute wait with the tea. So I always make extra tea so I can keep them on the side while making fresh pour-overs as I drink them. Alright, so by this time the tea is also ready. We are simply going to drain it out into a container of choice. Okay, so after we have strained it, I also like to add in about 100 grams of ice just to go ahead and chill it off a little bit. I don't like to add too much ice because I don't want to over dilute the tea, which will result in the coffee overpowering the tea a little bit. Also, all we did was add 110 grams of ice to bring it down to almost room temperature. Alright, so now that we have both the coffee as well as the tea, the classic ratio for this drink is quite simple. It's going to be 40% coffee, 30% tea, 20% evaporated milk, and of course 10% sugar. And the recommended sugar to use is just simple table sugar. And again, to keep the math very simple, we'll be making a 200 gram drink today. I recommend adding in the sugar first and followed by the tea so that it will melt a little bit easier. So again, 10%. So 20 grams of sugar. And one thing of note is that traditionally when they serve this to you in a Hong Kong cafe, it will come with sugar on the side and you will simply scoop in as much as you need. And this drink is usually a little bit on the sweeter side. So feel free to reduce the sugar if you like. Again, we're working with sort of the classic ratio here. And so 60 grams of tea. And like I said, we're going to just go ahead and stir this up a little bit. And so pretty much until most of the sugar has dissolved. So again, that is why I prefer to only chill the tea to room temperature. 80 grams of coffee. Overshot it a little bit here, followed by 40 grams of evaporated milk. And of course at the end, just adding several more cubes of ice. Man, that's smooth. So this drink in Chinese is called yuan yang, and in Cantonese it's called yun yang. And in Chinese it's actually named after the Mandarin duck. And due to the fact that the Mandarin duck is often seen in pairs of a male and a female, it's meant to describe the perfect blend of both the coffee as well as the tea in this particular beverage. So I really hope that you guys will give this drink a try if you've never had it before. And keep in mind that the version that I have made today is slightly on the lighter side. Usually if you order this drink from the bakery, the coffee will be a lot more darker as well as tea. So that very often brings a bit more tartness, which I don't particularly enjoy. So I prefer to do it this way. However, if you guys want to have bolder tea taste or a bolder coffee taste, you can always choose to either go for a darker roast coffee or steep the tea after it comes off boil for another additional 10 minutes. And that will enhance either the coffee flavor or the tea flavor. Alright, so with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, my name is Alex. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!